comics. My comics, my comics, my comics. My comics, my comics.
Did you know the origin of Bronze Tiger is way darker than you'd expect? Picture this, a young boy in Central City facing a burglar attacking his parents. In a twist of fate, he becomes the unlikely hero, but at a devastating cost. This event sparks a lifelong struggle with inner turmoil for Benjamin Turner, aka Bronze Tiger. First appearing in 1975, this complex character brings a whole new level of depth to the comic world. His journey from that fateful night to becoming a skilled martial artist is a roller coaster of emotions and challenges. It's not your typical superhero story, and that's what makes Bronze Tiger so intriguing. Ever wonder how childhood trauma shapes a hero? Bronze Tiger's tale might just give you the answers you never knew you needed.
Ever heard of Jinx? No, not the game character, but the DC Comics supervillain. Picture this. A powerful sorceress from India who can control the elements and even mess with probability. Talk about bad luck for her enemies. She first popped up in 1985, rocking a white outfit and gold jewelry. But get this, in the Teen Titans cartoon she's got pink hair styled like horns. How cool is that? Jinx has been part of some seriously villainous crews, like the Fearsome Five. But here's the twist, she might not be all bad. Some stories hint at a possible redemption arc, especially when Kid Flash is involved. So next time you're flipping through comics, keep an eye out for this elemental enchantress. She might just surprise you.
Ever heard of Gog? No, not Gog and Magog, just Gog. This DC Comics character is a powerhouse you need to know about. Picture this, a regular guy named William Matthews survives a disaster in Kansas, becomes obsessed with Superman, and then transforms into a godlike being. Talk about a glow-up. Gog's got it all, super strength, speed, and he's practically invincible. But wait, there's more. He can bend reality and even give others temporary superpowers. It's like he's playing a cosmic game of tag you're it with superpowers. Gog's story is a wild ride from fanboy to foe, proving that sometimes your idols can lead you down a dark path. So next time you're flipping through comics, keep an eye out for this complex character. Gog might just become your new favorite villain or anti-hero.
You want to know who else is underrated? Midnighter. First appearing in Stormwatch Volume 2, Issue number 4 in 1998. He is a standout character in the comic book world. He possesses superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and a remarkable healing factor. His best ability is he has a combat computer in his brain, allowing him to predict and counter his opponent's moves before the fight even begins. Beyond his powers, Midnighter is known for his brutal and calculated approach to crime fighting, often employing lethal force. His relationship with Apollo, another superhero, is significant, as they are only one of the few openly gay couples in the comics, bringing much needed representation to the genre. For those interested in exploring his stories, Midnighter Volume 1 is an excellent starting point. Subscribe for more.
Yo, comic fans, ever heard of a half-Charnian powerhouse named Crush? This Teen Titans got a backstory that'll blow your mind. Picture this. A baby crash lands at Burning Man, adopted by cool parents, and grows up with super strength. But here's the kicker. Her dad, the infamous intergalactic bounty hunter Lobo. Talk about daddy issues, right? Crush is on a journey to find herself while dealing with her rebellious nature and some serious family drama. With her healing powers and tough exterior, she's redefining what it means to be a hero. If you're into complex characters and epic origin stories, Crush is your new obsession. Don't sleep on this rising star in the DC universe.
Ever heard of a villain who's literally radioactive? Meet Blight from Batman Beyond. This guy's got a glowing skeleton and can shoot radiation from his hands. Talk about a hot mess. Originally Derek Powers, a shady CEO, he got exposed to his own nerve gas. Oops. Radiation treatment saved his life but turned him into a walking nuclear reactor. Now he's causing mayhem in futuristic Gotham, giving the new Batman a run for his money. Imagine trying to punch someone who could melt your fist off just by standing there. Blight's not just another Batman baddie, he's a whole new level of danger. Who needs kryptonite when you've got a villain who's basically a walking chunk of it? Now that's what I call a power-up gone wrong.
You know who else is underrated? Duke Thomas, known as the Signal, is a unique addition to DC Comics' Bat family. He first appeared in Batman Volume 2, number 21 in 2013. At first, Duke was a regular Gotham teenager whose life took a dramatic turn when his parents were driven insane by the Joker. This tragedy propelled him into the We Are Robin movement, where he led a group of vigilante teens inspired by Batman's sidekick. Recognizing Duke's potential, Batman offered him mentorship, leading to his transformation into the Signal, Gotham's daytime protector. Unlike other members of the Bat family who operate under the cover of night, the Signal patrols Gotham during daylight hours. His metahuman abilities include photokinetic vision, allowing him to perceive light in unique ways, and umberkinesis, the manipulation of shadows. These powers enable him to anticipate criminal activities and navigate Gotham streets with heightened awareness. One of the Signal's strengths is his resilience and adaptability. Transitioning from a traumatized teenager to a hero showcases his determination and growth. However, a potential drawback is his relative inexperience compared to seasoned heroes, which occasionally leads to overconfidence in challenging situations.
Ever heard of a villain so dark they make Batman look like a ray of sunshine? Meet Eclipso, DC's ultimate embodiment of divine wrath. This guy's been causing chaos since 1963, and trust me, he's not your average bad guy. Imagine having the power to possess anyone, manipulate energy, and basically live forever. Oh, and did I mention he's got a black diamond called the Heart of Darkness? Talk about bling with benefits. Eclipso's gone toe-to-toe with the Justice League and even the Spectre. His goal? Simple, just plunge the entire world into darkness. No biggie, right? From scientist Bruce Gordon to cosmic entity, Eclipso's evolution is as wild as his powers. So next time you think you're having a bad day, remember, at least you're not facing off against this shadow-wielding supervillain.
You know who else is underrated? Ink. Ink made her debut in the animated series Batman Beyond, first appearing in the episode Blackout in 1999. As a shape-shifting mercenary, she quickly became one of Terry McGinnis's most menacing adversaries. Born into extreme poverty, Ink turned to a life of crime, undergoing a mutagenic treatment that transformed her into a being composed entirely of a dark ink-like substance. Her abilities are both versatile and deadly. Ink can liquefy her form to slip through cracks, create tentacles with superhuman strength, and harden parts of her body into sharp projectiles. She also possesses a remarkable healing factor, allowing her to recover from injuries as long as a portion of her remains intact. A strength of Ink's character lies within her complexity. Her tragic backstory adds depth, making her more than just a typical villain.
You know who else is underrated? Kind of like Galactus, but from the DC universe? Meet Starbreaker, a cosmic vampire in the DC universe, notorious for draining energy from stars and planets to sustain himself. He thrives on the negative emotions like fear and hatred to amplify his power. Starbreaker's first appearance was in Justice League of America, issue number 96, published in February 1972. Originating from the planet Vor, he is a member of a sun-eating race of beings that consume entire suns. When assuming his humanoid form, Starbreaker has clashed with heroes across the universe, including the Justice League and the Green Lantern Corps. His abilities include energy absorption and manipulation, superhuman strength and durability, flight, telekinesis, and telepathy. He can also create illusions and duplicate himself, making him a formidable adversary to the Justice League, anybody in the DC Comics universe. Despite his immense powers, Starbreaker has been defeated by the Justice League on multiple occasions, often by exploiting his weakness to positive emotional energy. But under no circumstances can they defeat this being with brute force. Feel me?
Who is Fatality? This cosmic warrior goddess has got a story that'll blow your mind. Picture this. A princess from an alien world training to be a badass when suddenly her entire planet goes boom. Talk about a bad day, right? But here's where it gets wild. She blames the Green Lanterns and goes on a revenge spree across the galaxy. Think Space Ninja meets Unstoppable Force. But wait, there's more. After losing an arm, she gets a bionic upgrade. Now she's part cyborg, all awesome. But the real twist, the power of love zaps her and she joins the Star Sapphires. From revenge-driven warrior to love-powered hero, Fatality's journey is one for the ages. It's like the ultimate space opera packed into one character. Now that's what I call character development.
Hey comic fans, ever heard of the White Rabbit? No, not Alice's friend. I'm talking about Gotham's most intriguing villain. Picture this. A socialite by day, criminal mastermind by night. Jaina Hudson, daughter of a diplomat and Bollywood star, has a wild superpower. She can create an albino duplicate of herself. Talk about being in two places at once. This mysterious baddie uses her alter ego to mess with Batman while she's off causing trouble. With her unique backstory and mind-bending abilities, the White Rabbit is definitely a character you need to know. Dive into Batman, The Dark Knight #1 and discover this gem of DC's universe. Trust me, you won't regret it.
Hey, comic fans, get ready for a mind-blowing addition to the DC universe on the big screen. Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, is coming to the 2025 Superman movie. This genius with multiple doctorates isn't just book smart. He's a martial arts master and the inventor of T-spheres. He's incredible robotic devices that can do everything from projecting holograms to helping him fly. But what really sets him apart? His motto, fair play. Inspired by tragedy, Holt became a superhero to make a difference. And guess what? He's officially the third smartest person in the entire DC universe. Actor Eddie Gathegi will bring this amazing character to life. So are you ready to see Mr. Terrific's terrific debut alongside Superman? I know I am. Hey there, comic fans. Ever heard of a superhero who's actually dead? Meet Deadman, the ghostly acrobat of DC Comics. This trapeze artist turned supernatural savior made his debut back in '67. But here's the twist. He was murdered during a performance. Talk about a showstopper, right? But death was just the beginning for Boston Brand. A goddess gave him the power to possess the living, letting him fight crime as a literal ghost in the machine. He can fly, turn invisible, and even team up with Batman. Imagine being able to jump into anyone's body to save the day. Deadman's not your typical cape-wearing hero, but he's been haunting the pages of DC Comics for decades. Now that's what I call an afterlife career change.
Hey, did you hear about that supervillain Mammoth? I was reading about him the other day. Apparently his real name is Baron Flinders, and he's from Australia.
Oh yeah, I know about him. He's one of the founding members of the Fearsome Five, right? Always causing trouble for the Teen Titans. What else did you learn?
Well, he's got some pretty impressive powers. Super strength and durability that let him go toe-to-toe with heroes like Donna Troy. Get this, despite all that power, he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
That's interesting. I've heard he's been part of other villain groups too, like the Injustice League and Hive. Didn't he try to quit the villain life at some point?
Yeah, he actually tried to retire to a Tibetan monastery to find peace. But then his sister Shimmer died, and that pulled him right back into the world of crime. It's kind of a tragic story when you think about it.
Ever wondered about the most twisted character in the DC universe? Meet Desaad, Darkseid's master torturer from Apocalypse. This guy's so evil he makes the Joker look like a birthday clown. Imagine growing up on a planet where fire pits are your backyard and torture is a national sport. That's Desaad's home sweet home. He's got a PhD in pain and a master's in misery. But here's the kicker. He wasn't born evil. Nope. Darkseid corrupted him as a kid. Talk about bad parenting. Desaad's not just a sadist. He's a tech genius, too. He whips up nightmarish gadgets faster than you can say, ouch. So next time you think your job's tough, remember, at least you're not Desaad. Where bringing agony to work is just another Monday on Apocalypse.
Ever heard of a superhero born on New Year's Day 1900 who lived through the entire 20th century? Meet Jenny Sparks, the spirit of the 20th century. This electrifying character from the comic world could control electricity like it was an extension of herself. Imagine zapping through history, rubbing shoulders with famous figures, and never aging past your prime. Jenny wasn't just any hero. She led superhero teams and even founded the Authority. But here's the kicker. Her story ended exactly when the 20th century did. Talk about a mic drop exit. Jenny Sparks, a character as complex and thrilling as the century she represented. That's what I call legendary comic book storytelling.
Ever heard of a superhero who can stretch like silly putty and crack jokes while fighting crime? Meet Plastic Man. This guy started as a small-time crook, but a chemical accident gave him the power to bend and mold his body into anything. Imagine sliding under doors, transforming into machines, or even mimicking other people. Talk about a career change. He went from safecracker to crime fighter overnight. Bullets bounce right off him, and he's basically a telepath's worst nightmare. But the best part? He brings the laughs while saving the day. Plastic Man proves that sometimes life's accidents can stretch you in the most unexpected and amazing ways.
Hold on to your capes, comic fans. DC just dropped a mind-bending bombshell with their latest villain, Doom-Mite. That's Doom-Mite for you. This pint-sized powerhouse from the 6th dimension is wreaking havoc across the multiverse. Doomsday strength and reality warping abilities, he's giving Suppice and Bats a run for their money. Picture this, an imp that can bench press a planet and then turn it into a giant rubber duck. He's already trashed the Justice League's pad, and now he's dimension hopping like it's a cosmic playground. Doom Might's debut in World's Finest #26 is shaking up the DC universe. Trust me, you don't want to miss this chaotic crossover of brains and brawn. It's a game changer, folks. Imagine a world where the heroes become the hunted. Task Force 7, the ultimate evolution of Amazo, takes center stage. These aren't your average androids. They're power-absorbing machines on steroids. Each unit can mimic and combine multiple superhero abilities, making them a nightmare for Earth's mightiest. But who's pulling the strings? Enter the Trinity of Evil, Amanda Waller, Failsafe, and the Brainiac Queen. Their goal? To wipe out all metahumans. As the Absolute Power Saga unfolds, Task Force 7 becomes the ultimate weapon in this epic showdown. Heroes are pushed to their limits, facing twisted versions of their own powers. It's a game changer that redefines the superhero landscape. Task Force 7 isn't just a threat, it's a revolution in comic book villainy.